short while back where they questioned the Congress, said that the Congress is back to its old tricks once again. My colleague Maria now joins me on the broadcast. Maria, BJP now asking the Congress party to put this tweet down, take it out.
Yes, that's right. And asking them a question clearly, that is this Bharat Todo or dividing the nation rather than Bharat Jodo, the name of this yatra. And they are saying clearly that this picture of khaki shorts is symbolic of what the DNA of the Congress party is, in which they have been trying to divide the nation more than really unite the nation. And they have really, taken on the Congress party, particularly with this image, which is being seen as provocative by the BJP, asking the larger question of what does it really stand for? What does the yatra of Rahul Gandhi, which is 150 days long yatra, and which will be covering from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, if this is about divisive propagation or propaganda of the Congress party, then what is the purpose of calling it Bharat Jodo or uniting Bharat? Because as far as India is concerned, it is very much united. It is the Congress party which is trying to divide India.
Maria, he goes on to reiterate this point, goes back to obviously 1984 Sikh riots, and of course the BJP is claiming to be the killing of RSS workers in Kerala. These are two arguments that BJP is standing by.
That's right. So 1984 anti-Sikh riots, in which the BJP says, and there have been cases that were there against senior Congress leaders, including Jagdish Titler and others. So the larger sentiment certainly is that the Congress party has much to explain about those anti-Sikh riots. And then it goes on to talk about how the larger issue here is much more than what really meets the eye. The Congress party is there to really divide India. And because Rahul Gandhi's yatra at present is in Kerala, a state from where Rahul Gandhi, won his Lok Sabha seat, which is Wayanad. He's a member of parliament from Wayanad. So the messaging from the BJP is, remember, the BJP has been trying to get a toehold in the state of Kerala. They really ensured that, with the even getting Metro Man, Mr. Sridharan on board, they were hoping that they will be able to make inroads in Kerala. They did not really achieve much. And it's here, which is almost like a left bastion, that the BJP versus Congress it's clearly ideological fight that is there, and there have been reports of the killing and targeted attacks against the RSS workers. This is what the BJP is highlighting, that if you burn shots of this nature and if that image of this nature is tweeted from the official Twitter handle of the Congress party, then the real the real message or the real sentiment of the Congress party is communicated through it.
Maria, you'd be the best person to break it down for our viewers. The fact that Jairam Ramesh of the Congress party has gone on record and said that if the Congress chooses to be aggressive, it is not handled by the BJP well. So this response that has been coming out of the BJP camp, does this really validate what Jairam Ramesh has said, or it's just the war of words, considering the Bharat Jodo Yatra is on?
Well, I would see this as, war of words and something that plays out between the Congress and the BJP on multiple issues. When Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi were summoned by the Enforcement Directorate and there were protests on the streets, we did see this back and forth happen between the BJP and the Congress as well. Jairam Ramesh, of course, is the new head of the media and communication of the Congress party, so he's trying to pitch it as that. But I see this as more of an exchange of political war of words, in which the BJP also understands that they do not leave any window or even a small space for arm twisting by the Congress party. And the Congress party, with new fervor, certainly, because of Rahul Gandhi being on the ground and they are on this yatra, they are hoping that they will be able to send the message that they are also a serious player. Because let's not forget, Griha, that for Congress party to be relevant, they have to fight not only the BJP, but they have to fight other parties in opposition as well. There is the Aam Aadmi Party, which is trying to really occupy the opposition space. There is a lot of aggression that has been shown by the Aam Aadmi Party in the state of Himachal Pradesh and also in the state of Gujarat. And these are the two states which are poll bound. They go to polls in the next 1.5 months. And also there is an aggression that has been shown by Trinamool Congress with their party supremo Mamata Banerjee clearly saying that the Congress lacks that fire in the belly to take on the BJP, while Mamata Banerjee really understands what BJP's election winning machine is, and she has managed to defeat them only recently in assembly elections.
Maria, very interesting point that you've made. It is a battle for Congress to stay relevant. It is also a battle for its resurrection, because we do know there's just two states of Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh where the Congress is currently in power. However, when it comes to Gujarat, the Bharat Jodo Yatra is not really, going to Gujarat at all. And this is also a claim that the BJP is making, that the Congress is really playing it safe by not venturing into that territory.
So the entire route of Bharat Jodo Yatra has been questioned by several experts. They are of the opinion that what will it really achieve, because it is passing through areas where BJP is weak. And it has also chosen states like, Uttar Pradesh. It's crossing through only Saharanpur. It is skipping Bihar completely because they are leaving those states to their political opponents. So what is really, if the route of this yatra that has been chosen by the Congress party really achieves the purpose of resurrection? But overall, the messaging here is, Greha, that Rahul Gandhi, so far, who has been seen as a reluctant leader and non-serious player, they are trying to send this message that Rahul Gandhi matters, that Rahul Gandhi, at a time when the Congress is holding its organizational elections, Rahul Gandhi is the one leading these yatra, and he will be there throughout these 3,000 kilometers that the Congress party and its workers will be covering. So this is also a messaging that as far as, the leadership of the Congress is concerned, it's very much with Rahul Gandhi. And also, I would say that the big messaging here is that Rahul Gandhi is a serious player. So if the Congress party manages to communicate this to the people of India, that Rahul Gandhi is not really a reluctant leader, that when he is on ground, he can connect with the people, then it will be setting the Congress, giving that Congress the place of relevance in the opposition space. Right now, for 2024, the BJP and Prime Minister Narendra Modi are the dominant player and perhaps the only player on the horizon. And it almost seems like the 2024 election is sealed. But the jury will perhaps get opened if in the next few weeks and months, Rahul Gandhi manages to really be on ground and communicate to the other players also in opposition that they matter. Because overall, in around 150 seats, Greha, there is a direct contest between the BJP and the Congress. And in those direct contests, that in those bipolar contests, that is where the Congress tends to lose. And that is the reason why the overall tally of the Congress keeps on coming down. So the messaging here by the Congress party is that they are trying to, seek that space in opposition space and also make themselves politically relevant. Can they manage to do so? That we'll have to wait and see. But so far, it is the khaki shorts and Rahul Gandhi's, Burberry T-shirt which is making the news.
Absolutely. Maria, thank you so much for joining us on